Yeah, and as I said, Lowkey Int does forfeit the match and casually reformed, showing that they deserve the win at least a little bit in that last game there. Hard stomping with the Mordekaiser. I'm expecting a Mordekaiser ban to come out really soon. Let's see here. All right. We do see Yasuo set bans coming out from casually reformed.
Yeah, I mean, pretty standard right now to see the Vayne being banned, the set, the Yasuo. For those who were watching the first game, that set Yasuo played a pretty big factor, I'd like to think. So those are some good bans coming out of Casually Reformed. They did a really good job of game two. I'm hoping. I'm surprised that they keep banning the Silas, but they're gonna pick up the Mordekaiser, and I mean, I'm very interested to know why Lowkey Int decide they're like, oh, maybe Mordekaiser wasn't the problem or whatever. But I'm surprised that it went through ban face, and they ended up banning the Silas instead, thinking that Silas is a bigger threat than Mordekaiser. Maybe there's a way. Maybe they have a pick that they can sort of pig into it instead of Diana. But we do see the Kayn being picked up here for Lowkey Int. Hoping it's going to West because I've never seen him play Kayn. That's hype.
That is pretty hype, and we'll see what kind of form he wants to go here. They did buff how early you can get those little orbs, so
Mm-hmm.
we'll see if he can get an early form change. Leona picked yet again for Lowkey, not giving up on that early game engage, and the Alistar to answer. It's J4 again. Pretty similar to last game's composition. I think they believe they can win if they get the same comp again. Let's see if Lowkey Int tried to, and it's the Kai'Sa this time.
Yeah, and I'm liking this Kai'Sa pickup. I mean, the Kai'Sa was banned last game, um, and Hagemushi did a really good job of playing that champion. Really good job. Stayed back, put out a lot of damage, and was able to pick off some champions later on, and did a really good job of playing that champion. So I'm really excited to see him get on a comfort pick. We do see the Ornn getting banned out from Lowkey Int. That was, I'd like to think, one of the better picks for Casually Reformed last game. They had so many knockups in that game. It was disgusting.
For
There was
sure. Yep.
Yeah, there was even a play where you had like Alistar knockup, then you had Jarvan knockup, then you had Ornn knockup, and there was no way that you were getting out. There was like a 3-second knockup. Like you were dead. Anytime you would get hit by that, you were dead. So I'm glad that they're banning out the Ornn, and the Zed being banned out for Casually Reformed. Um, don't really know about that. Maybe someone on that team is a Zed one trick. Not too
With
sure.
that Ornn ban, if they wanted to go for something similar, they could pick up the Malphite. Um, Seen it recently in LEC, and I think it could be a good substitute if they wanted to kind of simulate the Ornn pick there,
Mm-hmm.
um, and get sort of the same knock up wombo that they had last game.
Yeah, and the Renekton also being banned out here. I guess they thought that No Ideas Renekton was just too good. That they just needed to ban it out. But the Wukong coming out here, I'm not too sure if that's gonna go top or maybe jungle. I'm not too sure, but even mid. I mean, we've seen Wukong mid before. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to see where this
Sion.
Wukong goes. And Sion Tristana also picked up for Casually Reformed. That's again a very scary in your face team.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like any of those champions could just kind of run at you or jump at you or whatever, or like ult you and then you're isolated. Like that's very scary team.
All right, let's see what they decide to pick, and it's going to be the Vladimir coming in.
Now, I also haven't seen a Vladimir. I believe we've only seen one, maybe one so far in the Manitoba Esports League, and I'm really excited to see this Vladimir being played out. I mean, you do need that AP damage. Again, I'm really interested in this Wukong though. Like, I don't remember the last time I saw Wukong in a solo lane, unless for whatever reason he's being played jungle, which I don't think ultimately will be where he will go. But yeah, I'm really excited to see this Wukong play out into the Sion.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we do see that both teams have a lot of engaged potential, so they can pick and choose fights. Big beefy front line coming in from Casually Reformed. Hopefully for them, they'll get that Mountain Drake again, but it's gotta leave it up to chance. I do think that this is actually a pretty tough call yet again. I think that Lowkey Int have the better comp here. Depending,
I think so too.
I mean, still don't know which form Kayn is gonna go for, but I think if he goes red, Lowkey have a pretty good shot of winning.
I agree, and I mean, I like their composition a lot. We'll have to really see ultimately how they play out with their team fights because, like we said, like last game, we were expecting a really beefy front line from the side of Casually Reformed, and that's exactly what we got. You couldn't really get through that team. Mordekaiser got out of control, and he got so tanky to the point where no one could really take him down, unless you threw all your resources and kind of like just everyone ulted the one guy and like try and take him down, and then he ultimately went down. But I mean, it wasn't enough. And so hopefully, I'm really hoping to see some really good team fights coming out from the side of Lowkey Int, where you're able to have the Vladimir and the Wukong kind of go in onto your backline, try and kill the Tristana, try and at least get those champions ahead early to try and make sure that the Mordekaiser doesn't snowball. Because we saw that last game where Royal literally snowballed so early and he ran away with the game. There was no way that he was that anyone was able to contest him. We even had JaDe, who's playing very aggressive with the Jarvan, getting really good knockups, taking down West when he was playing Olaf. If we see this similar kind of aggressive Jarvan playstyle coming out of JaDe again this game, I don't know how Wes is going to do on that Kayn. I mean, Kayn also, needs a little bit of time or needs to make those early game plays. But JaDe did the same thing last game too, and JaDe was the one that came out on top. So I'm expecting some early aggressive plays again from the junglers, and I'm also really excited to see, again, how they decide to path, where they decide to prioritize, which lanes they decide to prioritize. Because we saw last game, we saw heavily prioritized in the mid lane, and we saw Royal getting ahead very far with Mordekaiser. We see ArcaneNugget now; he's going to be playing the Wukong mid, and no idea playing Vladimir top. That's also really interesting. I wasn't expecting that, so I'm expecting a Wukong like one-shotting people.
Yeah, I mean, if Wukong can get ahead, he's pretty scary. With the aura changes, he does get 2 knockups, and being able to do that against the Tristana is going to be really crazy. If he manages to pull her out of her rocket jump, it's going to be really dangerous on the side of Casually Reformed, simply because if Mordekaiser doesn't get obscenely fed, their main range damage is gonna be from that Tristana. So if Tristana falls too far behind, then all of it's gonna be pinned on Royal's shoulders. And if he's not massively fed, then Lowkey Int can just focus him down simply because he's a big melee dude. I would like to see some Quicksilver sashes on the side of Lowkey Int. You didn't see that last game, but if you do get Quicksilver stash, you can QSS the Mordekaiser ult and mitigate his kit that way. But yeah, I mean,
I agree. What do you think about this bot lane specifically? Because we do see two different matchups. So again, we have the Alistar, we have the Leona, but we do have two different AD carries this game. What are you expecting coming out of those lanes?
okay. Well, assuming that Kai'Sa takes Hail of Blades like she did in game 1, I think that we're gonna see perhaps Kai'Sa and Leona bully out Tristana Alistar early on.
Mm-hmm.
But as Tristana gains levels and as Tristana gains auto attack range, then I think you'll see that matchup start to turn around. But it honestly depends on how they play the lane, and I think Kai'Sa is going to have a lot of trouble team fighting against J4 and Alistar because she has such low range in the later stages of the game that she has to position really well if she wants to get her damage off. Luckily for her, though, all of that damage, or rather, she's not going to be the only one dealing damage on her team, so she can rely on guys like the Wukong, like the Vladimir, to put in some work so that she doesn't have to risk herself as much in dealing damage.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, even if Kai'Sa does ult in, she has to, like you said, she has to be incredibly careful about her positioning, because Mordekaiser can just pop that ult if Kai'Sa ults in the back line, and like she's not getting out of that. But I will point out right now is there's a double exhaust coming in for Lowkey Int's bot lane, if I'm seeing that correctly, which I'm so surprised at seeing. I remember in game 1, Hagemushi took cleanse and the support Morgana took heal, and now in this game we have double exhaust coming from the bot lane. Maybe it's a strat, I'm not too sure. I would personally take heal, or at least cleanse or something on the Kai'Sa, but I don't know, maybe it's a new strat that I don't know about.
Okay, so they are gonna spot Wes in the pixel brush there. Oh,
Wes just not caring.
gonna take some free damage there, but nothing to come of it. Now we do see that JaDe once again has opted to start topside, so going to look to gank bottom early unless he clears on the same side. And Kayn starting Raptors, pretty standard. Oh, are they doing what I think they're doing? No, they are not. Okay. Okay. For a second there, I thought they were giving blue buff to Kai'Sa, but That's not it.
Yeah, just pretty standard start here for everyone. Again, I'm really interested in seeing this mid lane matchup. I mean, Royal putting out that good early damage onto ArcaneNugget. I mean, I don't remember the last time I saw Wukong mid. I think like back in like the olden days when like I remember the Prevailer would pull out pull out the Wukong. But other than that, like I mean I haven't seen anything that, you know, like a Mordekaiser Wukong mid, and I'm excited to see where this goes if Wukong is able to, you know, be able to roam early, be able to do something in that lane. I mean, he's got some good damage coming out, and he's just calling fairly well and getting Royal down really low, but Royal's gonna pull him back in, and he's got that.
Gonna look for the solo kill.
In, and he's gonna pick up first blood here, but Wes is gonna come in here and pick that up as well. JaDe is gonna be mid too, but he's not gonna be able to pick up that kill on Wes, and really good early game aggression here. This is exactly what we've been seeing every game so far. Wes is in a bad position here. JaDe is here to gets the knock up. Zero Urge is gonna walk up as well, and that's gonna be Wes having to blow his flash early. He's still gonna get out, does have his double buffs, but he's gonna have to burn those summoners, and that's not really how you want to start off as Kayn early game.
Alright, and we do see a CS lead developing for that Vladimir. And if he gets farmed enough, he can solo carry teamfights with that ultimate.
Wes is in a bad position right now. Gonna get knocked up by JaDe. Sean's gonna pick up the kill, and that's the double buffs going straight to Sean. That's gonna definitely help him in the lane a little bit, but yeah, Wes not in the best position there, but yeah, very unfortunate for him. But yeah, there's gonna be definitely some good trades going on top now, at least Sion being able to have a little bit of sustain. ArcaneNugget just gonna get out with his clone there, but yeah, it's Mordekaiser does so much damage. Like, even without any items, like, it's pretty disgusting. And you can also tell there's a serious CS lead in that mid lane right now.
Yeah, for sure. And as we mentioned, if that Mordekaiser gets too far ahead, it's gonna look pretty bad for Lowkey Int. They want for Tristana to be the only real damage dealer, but if that's not possible, then they're gonna have to start worrying about the giant Mordekaiser walking right through their face.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm gonna get a little low here, doing some, you know, some pretty good trades up top. Sean holding his own, despite being down in CS. And I'm really also looking forward to seeing if both teams can sort of, you know, prioritize more vision around objectives, really get, you know, get some good vision down, at least by like dragons, because we know in the last game, Casually Reformed, I believe, got 4 dragons, and there was no way that Lowkey Int could really, you know, do anything about it. We do see Wes in the bot side as well as JaDe. Not too sure if anything's gonna happen here, but JaDe does know that Wes is there. And ArcaneNugget taking so much damage here from Royal. Not too sure if he's gonna be able to do anything, and man, that Mordekaiser hurts.
Wukong having the back, they have priority on. They could start this off real soon. Tristana should shove this wave in.
Yeah, Tristana
Going in
is
for the
gonna go
play,
Yeah,
actually.
gonna go in on Hagemushi. Just gonna put some good damage down, but not much is really gonna come out of that one. But you know, just good on them to kind of just push the wave. Hey, we want to back. We want to, you know, get some good vision down. We want to just, you know, get our items and then come back in lane and maybe prepare for dragon. But I really like the trying to just, you know, jump on them. You can just get them out of lane. I really like that, especially because Leona wasn't really in the lane. Leona was kind of like walking back to lane, and they saw an opportunity to jump on the Kai'Sa.
I don't know. I still feel like they could have gone for the dragon. Wukong having the back and pushing away the Kayn, only being level 5. So not being able to ult to safety, as well as the bottom lane pushing in. I feel like it is a missed opportunity. They are gonna set up vision for it to take it now, though.
Well, yeah, and there's no real way that they can really you know, contest this at all. Wes is topside on the Kayn. He also tried to try and take down Sion, even though he ulted away. Kayn is on the top side here. He's gonna try and get some good damage onto Sion, get that damage down, but Sion is forced to flash over the wall, gets out with his life, and yeah, there was no way that they were able to get this Infernal Drake, but good on West to at least be somewhat proactive and get that flash out of Sion.
Despite falling behind early, you do see that West has got himself a lead. We'll see if they can do anything with that. Here we go. West resetting. Coming back for the jungle clear. Sign warding Tribush topside. It's pretty safe in the top lane. We'll have ult up soon, so we can ult away to safety if he needs.
They're pretty centered here, but Leona is gonna go in on the Tristana. Tristana's just gonna jump away, say, "Nah, I can just get out with my W." So, just easy way to get out. Didn't even have Alistar there right away, but they aren't able to put out some good damage onto the Tristana, and kind of an annoying champion when he can just kind of jump away.
A little bit here.
Yeah, ArcaneNugget's gonna get out, but yeah, that's
slippery.
Super helpful with that clone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can never tell which one is which at the beginning. So I like that about Wukong. But not able to do all that much right now in lane. Just try and farm up. Royal doing just disgusting damage already, and he doesn't even have a full item complete other than his tier 2 boots. But yeah, he's doing some good damage here, and probably might be able to get a plate or two if they really push for it. But oh, they got the knock up onto the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa forced to flash away. It's gonna take more time to flash away, but there's a fight going up on top lane. ArcaneNugget is probably gonna be going down here. There's no way to get out, and Royal's gonna pick up that kill. And really good job here on the side of Casually Reformed to pick up that kill on Hagemushi and on ArcaneNugget. They're gonna just keep pushing. They're gonna be able to get the plate here. And really good job on the side of Casually Reformed, and they also managed to pick up the Rift Herald as well. So another great opportunity for them to, you know, get an early tower, get some plates, and just keep pushing this gold lead in their favor.
JaDe being spotted on a ward. Looks like they want to make a play. Oh!
Not really the best place to jump, but JaDe is gonna get out with the Flagon Dragon. That he can... Not much that they can do right now, but good on him to get out of there. That was pretty close.
Dragon is spawning in another minute, and Lowkey Int gonna be setting up.
Yeah, they do have some good vision placed in their blue side jungle. They also have two wards in their in the bottom half of the river. Wes is also in the area, which is good, but Zero Urge is looking to get that knock up on Kai'Sa. Gonna even get the stun here.
Oh.
Rim is gonna probably pick up that kill, and there is no way for Kai'Sa to get out of that. ArcaneNugget is gonna try and walk away here. And Wes is getting into a bad spot. He does so much damage, is forced to flash, and the Jarvan ultimate coming out, and just being able to you know, put out that early game pressure is exactly what Casually Reformed needs to get another dragon. Just continuing to just push through it, and I'm really liking this early game aggression from this team.
Yeah, definitely. JaDe making the plays, getting a lot of picks just before the dragon spawns to get a free dragon. You do see that soul is going to be Cloud. Something that's... Ooh. Getting that ultimate cooldown going to be very important for Sion. You know, you don't really think about it too often, but even the Alistar down is really massive, because just being able to tank up in these team fights is going to be pretty huge when you're playing against high damage team like the composition that Lowkey Int has.
We do see mid lane push here, but Wes is up top. Not too sure if he's going to be able to do anything here. Sion is going to take some good damage here, and he's just going to ult away, but I don't think that's exactly the person you want to be attached to for long periods of time. But thank goodness he got out before he were to take more tower shots. But
Casually Reformed.
Royal coming up top here might be able to flank behind the Vladimir. And JaDe is up here too. I don't think there's a way that No Idea can get out of this. He's gonna have to pull away, essentially, and he's gonna get knocked up here as well. Not enough damage coming out of Vladimir yet, but he's gonna go down to Sion, and really great pickup here. Yeah, like, I'm not too sure what they're gonna be able to do. Royal is up top trying to stop Wes's back from happening, and Casually Reformed's bot lane just gonna keep pushing down mid. Royal's just trying to just stop his back. He's gonna be delayed again, and, you know, despite, you know, being up and a little bit in CS, like, doesn't even matter. Like, JaDe is making the plays left and right across the map, doing a really good job on this Jarvan, just being incredibly aggressive and trying to help his team. And we saw this last game too, with the early game aggression, getting objectives early. I mean, they already have 2 dragons in their favor, and 6 kills. Almost feels like a repeat of last game, but not as quick.
Right, and we do see a 3,500 gold lead for Casually Reformed, putting up a good showing in the last 2 games here, and showing why they might deserve the free win, quote unquote. No Idea pushing in top lane. We see both teams prioritizing the Rift Herald next. Let's see how they set up.
ArcaneNugget gonna get some, try and get some damage here onto Sion, and also trying to catch up a little bit and farm here, but we do see West coming in here, and there's nothing he can do. Sion's just gonna ult out, run away. Like, nope, don't want to be a part of that fight.
Oof. That emote. Herald spawning now.
Leona is in a bad position right now. I don't really think that Leona's gonna be able to get out of this. The ultimate is gonna come out, but Royal's gonna pick up another kill. 3 kills already for Royal on this Mordekaiser. And No Idea is up top. A little bit more than half HP, and there's not really much that he can be able to do here. Looks like he might get dove. Kai'sa is on the way as well, and West is top side too. Gonna get the knockup onto Royal. Gonna also ult the Alistar. Not gonna do much. Royal is on a killing spree. That is not what you want. And Sion putting out some good damage onto this Wukong. Really sure what this Wukong is able to do early on. I mean, he doesn't really have an item complete yet. I'm not too sure what this Wukong is trying to do, but he's just gonna get ulted on, and he's gonna get the knockup here and igniting Sion. I'm not too sure if Sion can pick this up. He's just gonna potentially have to walk away, and Sion's actually, I think, gonna go down here. West is on the way to potentially get that. And he's gonna actually flash away, and I don't really think there's a way that they're gonna be able to pick up that kill. West tried to flash in there and flash for flash bot side, but yeah, and Casually Reformed just continuing to push down. They got another tower, got 2 towers top lane, and they're just continuously pushing here. So we're just gonna get the knockup onto West. West is, I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to get out of this. He does not have the ultimate, but he ends up getting away to Leona with a really great solar flare. Sion's going to TP back in, and there's not really much that they can do. They don't have much vision down, and Dragon is has spawned now. It's going to be a free Drake. I mean, there's no way that Lowkey Int can kind of respond to that when West was so low HP.
Going in for another trade. 2v1. Gets ulted. Dies immediately.
There's no way you're gonna be able to get out of this, but another flash from Leona, and man, like this game is so chaotic. I mean, I don't want to say that I mean, it is fairly one-sided, but it's just a lot of, you know, back and forth TPing, double flashes coming through, just a lot of chaos and pandemonium sort of happening all at once. Exciting to see, but also very scary, because this is exactly what we saw last game. We saw it sort of steamroll in Casually Reformed's favor. They got early dragons, they got Mordekaiser got ahead early, and there was really nothing that they could that Lowkey Int could really do about it. I'm not too sure what this Wukong is trying to accomplish here. I mean, he has his Triforce, he does have his Merc Treads complete. But you have Royal, who's just such a beast on Mordekaiser. I'm really surprised that Lowkey Int decided not to ban it. I think this is a, you know, take note, other amateur teams, because don't give Royal Mordekaiser. It's simple as that. West is gonna maybe get out with his life, and Grim actually picks up the kill, jumps in, and really, yeah, really crazy. He's got two items with complete boots as well, so not what you want.
They're gonna be starting off the Baron here. Gonna be looking to end quicker than last game.
Yeah, the Baron at 21 minutes here. I mean, ArcaneNugget
Royal can just single-handedly the team. Hey, here's
exactly, and I mean, no one on this side of Lowkey Int is really around. West had to West died and is just coming back on the Rift now, heading mid, and there's no way that they can contest this. They're just gonna have to give it up. Royal's just gonna keep pushing with the powered up minions mid lane here, and I don't think there's really much that they can do. They might even be able to just get this tower here, just push them out of lane. They're just so far ahead.
Here we go, setting up the siege mid lane. Let's see how much damage they can do to Lowkey in space.
And there's just absolutely no response here. There's not really much that Lowkey Int can really do. I mean, unless they can get a really good pick onto Royal or onto Grim here, but they're just Casually Reformed doing such a good job of just really like bullying out this team, getting the potential carries just too far behind. Alrighty, it's gonna get a little bit low here, but not much is really gonna happen. You've got empowered minions this early in the game is really scary, but you see the knockup coming in from Kayn here, and the ultimate. Not really much that you're gonna be doing to a tanky Sion. But yeah, I really wanted to see some spicy plays coming out of the Wukong. We just unfortunately have not seen it this game.
Here we are, casually formed, pushing into the base. Getting an inhib, perhaps?
Yeah. Cataclysm is going to come out from JaDe. Sean's going to pick up that kill on a killing spree now, and this potentially could be the game here. Not too sure if there's anything that Lowkey Int can really do. Zero Urge might be able to set up a play here. They're gonna end up going with that bottom tier turret. They're gonna potentially take that down. But Royal is so much damage here. Like, this guy is a beast. He's gonna take out another inhibitor as well, but Royal is gonna get maybe in a bad position, but Sean's gonna pick up the
looks like
kill, and this might be it's a triple kill coming in for Royal, and yeah, double kill coming in for Grim, and this is just GG at 24 minutes here. Casually Reformed gonna pick up game 3, and man, what a game!
Wow,
what a series!
That was.
That was